Hello, and welcome to LG500 Hebrew Tools for Biblical Interpretation. This video will serve as a course introduction, giving you an idea of what to expect and where things are located within Canvas. My name is Marilyn Lundberg-Melzian, and I am the instructor for this class. I am an affiliate associate professor at Fuller Theological Seminary. Here you can see some of my contact information. I prefer to be contacted via email, but I'm very available to set up phone or online appointments. This course offers a limited introduction to Biblical Hebrew, including the writing system, the basic lexicon, or in other words, the words that are used in Biblical Hebrew, the morphology, how those words are formed, and the syntax, how those words are formed into phrases and sentences. The emphasis is on the responsible employment of standard reference works, commentaries, and Bible software to the practice of Old Testament interpretation in ministry contexts. There are basically two required texts. One is Accordance Bible Software, notably the Academic Amber 1 bundle. Information on this is to be found in the syllabus. The other is a textbook by Arthur Walker Jones, Hebrew for Biblical Interpretation, and you can find here ordering information. This is an actual book, and in it you will be doing some reading. There are also some references and exercises that you can do on your own, in addition to the ones that are assigned. Here's a list of some recommended texts. You can also find this in the syllabus. These are not necessarily required for this beginning class. However, they are useful if you are going to be taking a Hebrew exegesis class. One of those is called A Reader's Bible by Brown and Smith, and another Donald Vance, George Athas, and Yael Avrahami. And these are basically Hebrew Bibles that are set up with helps so that you can more quickly read the text without constantly referring to a lexicon. The standard Hebrew Bible that is available is Biblia Hebraica Stuttgartensia. There is a compact edition which is very useful. Once you gain access to the Canvas course, there are several tasks that are listed under Getting Started or Start Here. One is that you should be reading the syllabus, getting an idea of the assignments and assessment, which means those things by which you will be graded, the course or seminary policies, and the course schedule. You should also install Accordance and enable your computer to type in Hebrew. This isn't going to be used terribly much, but it is a good idea to enable your computer in this way, especially if you're going to be taking an exegesis class. The weekly schedule will include readings and videos. For example, the videos will give you some of the Hebrew grammar, and some of them, especially in the first few weeks, give you instruction in using Accordance. There is also generally a practice exercise. This is not graded, but it is very useful for setting yourself up to do well in the quizzes and tests. There are various quizzes on grammar every week. These are generally pretty short. And there are some quizzes on the Hebrew writing system. There will also be a group dialogue where you will be studying some aspect of biblical interpretation and being in communication with others who are taking the class, responding to their particular insights and offering your own. There are two grammar tests, one on nouns and related words, and one on verbs. There are 4 exegetical exercises where you start getting used to doing biblical interpretation. There is also a final exam and a final oral exam during exam week. In general, I have set the due dates for all of your work to be on the Sunday night before the beginning of a new week. This will start out as Pacific Daylight Time, switch to Pacific Standard Time, and usually the cutoff time is 11:59 p.m. Be prepared to spend approximately 15 hours a week on instruction. This includes reading and videos, review, homework, and assessments. Here are some of the course policies. Late assignments will generally not be accepted if they are unapproved. If you have some kind of serious illness or family emergency, please get a hold of me as soon as you can and let me know ahead of time if you are going to be having problems meeting the deadlines. Otherwise, the late assignments will not be accepted. You will need to have ongoing access to a computer and internet. Attendance is measured by the submission of a graded assignment or participation in class dialogue. This is only 10 weeks to learn beginning Hebrew, so if you miss 2 weeks, it's recommended that you withdraw. Incompletes are rarely granted. They are only given for extreme situations, and you must have completed 75% of coursework. Please review the Student Handbook Policy and Community Standards. Understand what plagiarism means and cheating and its ramifications. Course support will be given in the form of course announcements. Check Canvas, check your email. There are also question and answer forums in Canvas where you can address or ask questions that may not be directly related to a particular assignment. There is a prayer request forum, and you can also request online meetings or reviews. Now, when you enter Canvas and this particular course, you will come to a front page. And on that front page, you will see links down at the bottom to some of the things that you will need to find: course resources, the prayer forum, the outline of each week and the work that is required, and also access to what is due in exam week. Under course resources, I give you sort of further helps of things that may be outside this particular class or additional helps. For example, some of the slides that are used in the videos may be posted. Access to various videos by accordance and how to use accordance. There is a lengthy help area on where to find various scholarly commentaries, especially if you are not actually at Fuller Seminary. One of the things that is noted is that there are some of the older commentaries that are found in Bible software like Accordance, but generally they are not to be used for scholarly work, for graduate level work. There are also some links to Hebrew Bible audio files. One of the important parts of this course is to learn to read Hebrew out loud. And if you can listen to some of the biblical passages, this will be very, very helpful. And there's a link to an online source for that. I will also be posting some of my own recordings. There's a link to the Fuller Writing Center, a link to the student handbook, and a site that is called A Daily Dose of Hebrew, which will take you through various verses every day, so that you can get a sense of how Hebrew is translated. Under the syllabus, you will find a link to download a PDF version of the syllabus. Please read through that right at the beginning of the course or even before. And then below you will find a summary of due dates. And this is important information so that you'll know when work is required. The page for each week will give you an introduction to the topics that will be covered during that particular week. It will set out the objectives, what it is you are expected to have learned by the end of that week. And this should correlate to the objectives in the beginning of your syllabus. Then there is a list of readings. These may be online readings, or quite often they will be the chapters that are covered in Walker-Jones. There will be links to the various videos that you will be watching. These will include both videos having to do with grammar and videos having to do with the use of accordance. There is a list of assignments and links to those assignment pages, including practice exercises, quizzes, sometimes tests, sometimes exegetical assignments. And finally, there will be a link to the weekly discussion. This is where you will be interacting with both the biblical text and with other students in the class. Both Zachary and I will be working in that discussion as well in order to help and reply to issues. I look forward to working with you as the quarter progresses. Any problems or questions that you have about Hebrew and about what you will be learning, please let me know and I will be more than happy to help you. Thank you. Bye-bye.